Part 2, Family Travel Memories Adventure, London, England.
Hello guys, there's boat dito. Hello guys.
My name is the boat.
This is B. Beta, wala mo ang boarding point B.
Oh, I got that. Daddy?
Yes?
Guys, welcome to my vlog.
Very good.
So guys, we're going to the boat now. Now we're in a boat now. We're up and here. So like I cannot see so well. But that's okay. I'm eating a hamburger.
Yeah, what's that?
Jollibee hamburger.
What's that?
Murag.
Sige natin.
Press
It's
murag.
a clock.
Big.
Tapos yung oh. Di pa rin Pwede makakuan. Ay pwede baba.
Hi guys.
Okay folks, as you can see, we've done a Westminster Bridge. Very good afternoon to you all. Welcome aboard the Sapele for our journey downriver to the Royal Borough of Greenwich. We'll also be stopping at Butler's Wharf Tower Bridge. Prior to that though, we may have to make an additional stop at Festival Pier, so if you just bear with us a few moments, we'll head over there, see if anyone requires picking up. As we do head into our journey though, there is a fully licensed bar downstairs in the lobby area. Teas, coffees, hot chocolates, soft drinks, light bar snacks. Most importantly of all, beer, wine and spirits. There is no smoking anywhere on board. Please do refrain from smoking at all times. If you have children, they are to be supervised by an adult at all times. Children are not to walk freely around the vessel by themselves. Finally folks, very important going downstairs to the bar, so the toilet, or to seek shelter from the weather. That's perfectly fine. You're not a prisoner. But the whole time you remain on the top deck, you must be seated. This is for health and safety reasons. Thank you.
Press. Handbinding. Talaga ba niya paligid-dula? Wala pa siguro muna ha. Press. Handbinding ko mas ba? Press ikuan ko ba? Larga bolas ka mandula, di ba pa siguro ang bula? Ata daraan na siguro bula. Ano yung sinablitz ni?
This is the tower bridge.
Kung siya ka na bridge na Pacific One sa Kurakon.
A place called Long Reach, and that's near Dartford. But as we pass through the bridge, take a look over to our right, and you'll see just coming into view, behind the trees, a large concrete building with a flashing bauble in the centre. This is our National Theatre. That building was once said to be by King Charles the ugliest modern-day building he'd ever seen in his life. Evicted from the ship, for the first time in nearly 40 years, the Master Mariners will not have residency aboard the Wellington. Apparently, so I'm told, it's been taken over by an independent company and it's been converted into a floating bar and nightclub. More importantly though, behind the Wellington on your left, on the river's wall, you'll see the top of a large stone archway amongst the trees there. That's called Temple Gate, and it's the boundary line between two cities. The city of Westminster, which very shortly you'll be leaving. The smallest capital cities anywhere in the world, measuring in at just 1 square mile. Home to many rare and religious manuscripts. Then next door to it you'll see the white building with the Queen's sloping roof on top. That is the old City of London School for Boys, where many of our peers and elder statesmen have been educated, such as Lord Asquith, Sir Anthony Eaton, and of course Sir Winston Spencer Churchill, before going on to further educations at Eton and Harrow respectively. At this point of the river though, we approach a place where there's 3 bridges very close together. It is in fact the closest of any 3 at the top of the bridge now, because they're simply unfit to support the weight of modern day trains. However, they couldn't remove the columns because it would have undermined the foundations to the final one of the 3, the Blackfriars Railway Bridge. As we pass through it though, take a glance across London's skyline. You'll see it's ever changing. All the historical buildings and places of real character and are being dominated by luxury skyscrapers, office blocks and apartments. A very good example of this, ahead of the city of Rock, a large glass structure. This was all constructed as part of the redevelopment of the London Bridge Overground Station, but it's called the Shard, built to resemble the Shard of Glass. At 1,019 feet high, still to this day, it's the tallest building in Western Europe, the Vatican City of Rome. If you do actually ever visit St Paul's, written by the designer Sir Christopher Wren's tomb in Latin are these words: "If you seek a monument, look about you." Wren designed over 50 churches and cathedrals in the city, and of course, back over to the right-hand side though, the white building with the thatched roof on top. This is in fact the first wooden building to be built in the city since the Great Fire of London, the new Globe Playhouse Theatre. It was the life's work and dream of an American actor and director from Boston who went by the name of Sam Wanamaker. He raised the funds and designed the plans for the project, but sadly he died away from the old London Bridge. But ironically, as the approach roads to it are so narrow and hard to find, it became the least used and loneliest of all the London Road bridges. They do say if you actually see anyone walking across it, give them a wave, because they're more than likely lost. See this gentleman here to our left-hand side standing in the centre of the arch there? He's been standing there since 7 o'clock this morning. Look over to the bottom right-hand corner of the bridge though, you'll see this flight of stone steps leading into the river. They're famously known as Wren Steps. That's where Sir Christopher Wren used to walk down daily to build a waterman's vessel of old and then cross over to the construction site of St Paul's Cathedral. They're more commonly known these days as the Southwark Causeway, and there's a royal charter upon those steps on your right saying they could never ever legally be removed. Which is once more than the original, following the exact steps that Drake took under the secret orders of Queen Elizabeth I. She's an exact replica in every way, shape and form, even down to the fact she has the plaque for the original ship, from when it was called the Pelican. And it officially changed name to the Golden Hind when Sir Francis Drake was knighted downstream on the Queen's Stairs at Deptford. The next bridge ahead of us though is the forefront to expand this site, the London Road Bridge. Now the first bridge that was built here, the bridge burned down during the Great Fire of London. The third bridge was falling down, so we sold it to our good friends, the Americans. Sold for a fee of £1 million, it was taken down stone by stone, then shipped off across the Atlantic to where it now spans the man-made lake, Lake Havasu in the Arizona desert. As we pass through the bridge though, take a look back over to your left-hand side. You'll see there's a gap between the first two buildings. As we come closer, up that gap, you're going to start to see a tall stone column with a golden ball flaming at the top. That is Sir Christopher Wren's monument to the Great Fire of London. The monument stands 202 feet high, and instead of laid in an easterly direction, it would strike the exact spot where the Great Fire was said to have started, back in a small baker's shop in Blooming Lane. Also to our left, the Shell Bridge. This one's called the Sky Garden of London. It's an indoor botanical garden made up of a couple of bars and a couple of restaurants. And believe it or not, like most things in the world today, it's absolutely free to go on. Absolutely free. All you need to do is book online in advance at the Sky Garden of London. But here's another tip for you. Directly behind that building is an even taller one that dominates the whole skyline. That's called 22 Bishop's Gate. And right at the top of that is something called Horizon 22, which is the newest viewing gallery here in London. It's also the tallest viewing gallery anywhere in London, even taller than the one in the Shard. And that's also free to go. Here's Belfast was built in the Harland and Wolff shipyard, Northern Ireland, in 1938. And it's the same shipyard as the ill-fated Titanic was built. Later commissioned in 1939. She saw many fields of war. She took part in the D-Day landings of the North Atlantic convoys at the Battle of the Atlantic, and also the chasing, showing, and eventual sinking of the German battleship Sharples. She last fired her guns in anger during the Korean campaign of the 50s, where she was in fact the flagship for the United Nations. Then sent to be scrapped by the government, she was saved by the Imperial War Museum. The vessel now stands here today permanently and peacefully moored as a floating maritime museum to naval life at sea, and with 7 wonderful decks of water to explore, she is well worth a visit. Back over to our left-hand side though, one of the most historical landmarks anywhere in the world, the Tower of London. This was started in 1078 by William the Conqueror. He actually started the centrepiece, the main tower with the 4 turrets, which is either called the White Tower or the Northern Keep. Following reigning monarchs added to it, and in its time it's been many things: a palace, a fortress, a royal mint. At one time, it was even a royal zoo. It is mostly remembered for being a prison and a place of execution. Look to the river's mill when you land. You will see the bricked-up archway with the words "Entry to the Traitors' Gate" above it. Now, you may have recalled me earlier talking about the original 9 entrances inside the old square mile, the London Wall. Well, the Traitors' Gate was one of those, as was the Billingsgate Fish Market. They were the only 2 riverside entrances inside the old London Wall. The only people that went through the archway to your left, though, were traitors of nobility. They were rowed down with them from the old Westminster Palace, taken up through that archway and up onto Tower Hill, Tower Green, and on the way to executed, which is more often than not at the cost of just under £1 million, and designed by Sir John Wolfe Barry. He designed it in the Gothic style to blend in with the Tower of London. It is a twin suspension and bascule bridge, the only one of its kind anywhere in the world, making it quite a feat of modern engineering even for its size. The 2 sets of bascules off the bridge weigh 1,000 tons apiece and can be raised into a fully upright position in just 60 seconds to allow larger vessels in and out of the upper port of London. In fact, the Tower Road Bridge is the only one in the world to be registered and insured by Lloyd's of London as a ship, because it requires a crew of a captain, engineer, Atlas roof for Tower Bridge. Now folks, very importantly, at this point we insist that everybody on board the boat, upstairs and downstairs, please take a seat and remain seated until the boat is safely moored into the pier. This is for your own comfort and of course your own safety, especially if you have small children with you. Unfortunately, like airplanes when they land, we haven't got those little orange seatbelt signs. That's because we don't even have seatbelts. So again, remain seated until the boat is safely moored alongside the pier. Our colleague will notify you when it is safe for you to leave your seats and move freely around the vessel once again. While you're sitting...
Hello everyone! Nag-Airbnb me. Kay lahat na po damuhang karon. Presyo. Hello. Wala may suga-suga dali oh. Okay, na-change man na mo ang schedule. Si Priyo nagikuha kay makamata ni. Ito na tulog kayo. Okay, si Priyo. Si ate, tawa siya o sa ligita. Tawa kay TV dito. Hindi ba sa battery? Pwede pa speakers. Tapos, okay, di ba? Nailutuan. Kinahotel namin na agi. Karon Airbnb mi. Barato ra pag yun. Naretag 50 to 70 ra nga Airbnb dai. Wa may kabaluan eh. Nanay mga gamit pa oh, na mga kuan pwede ka magluto, karahay, kaldero, tutuan. May pinakatabiliban ako na rice cooker oh. Na rice cooker. Pinipay ko karon sa disco. Pagkaon makalisles yun diri oh. Mga gamit. Oh, diba? Ito, muna mo 4th day. Yes, 4th day sa London. Grabe. Pagkadugayay. So, mura to. Ito na po.
11 ang mga food na to.
Sige, ganun si Freya sa pala ka ng Disney, Disney Princess. Galida. Oh, princess na.
Dalan ka chicks.
Oh?
Pagkita sa atin, magkaon ka ganap eh. Pagkita sila.
Teka, take off ko yung dala. Now, that's all.
Good.
Kami ka ayo, guys.
Asin na, asin suka. Asin na. Wala yung isawa ito, isog kayo, kanyo, isog yung bataan iba. Let's go donut. Pero, ang ngipon, sakita ng ngipon. Good donut. Sa ate, tawag sa ate. Oh, gabot spa, pansit noodles.
Hala, kay ate, manatag ito kay Freya.
Okay, tayo na. One more na. Papa, go.
Hello, guys.
I'm not sleeping, guys.
Kumanak ko og kaon. kaon, pero dili na ko ganahan anak.
Naman.
Tuyo naman.
Why?
Ay, pusog naman.
Full daw siya.
I'm full.
Mas okay bito
I
ni...
eat so little. Oh. Okay, you're counting. Okay, counting. Just count.
You count, Freya, you count.
Okay, count. One.
Where's Ate? Find Ate. Find Ate. Oh, ikaw na mag-count, Ate. Si Freya, you hide, Freya.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here it up. Here it comes.
Hide, Freya, hide, hide.
What happened of this? Like, no money, Annie.
Oh, where's Freya, Ate? Find Freya.
I found you.
Ala, napakog, napakog. Help, Ate, help.
Boo-boo. I find it for you. So it's your turn.
What? Hala! Ayun, no. Hala ka!
But that's okay. Just put it like this.
Hey, what are you eating? What's that?
Eat the donut. Eat the donut.
Why did you eat the donut? You ate first the rice.
My cheek.
What happened to your teeth? May I see? He said, Mama called the doctor and doctor said,
No more.
Yangak na. Yangak na.
Mama, nagkakita kasi ng pipi.
One monkey jumping on the bed.
Yangak na, oh. Oh, giupat na. Giutoy ng monkey.
Ito mo na.
Tomorrow, mangulit namin.
Hello everyone. Namin sa airport. Airport natin. Hindi. Asa din eh.
Train.
Train station na ay promo sa airport ko. Tawag ko ng lugar.
Hindi mo parang paano? Ay, ganun.
Hello. Mga awasani. May wasabi na po. Wasabi. Okay, feel okay. No.
Papa.
Ay, ka ng buhok eh.
Tudlin na.
Sticker.
Pero ka na, mag-cover para diet.
Diet po.
Diet.
Okay, see you later.
202. Turn right onto Euston Road, A501.
Oo kayo.
Turn left onto Tunbridge Walk.
Bye London. Time to go home.
Our last day, 3 days.
No!
Nami sa mo ang balay puyan.
Say goodbye for you. Bye. Bye-bye.
Lily,
Ay, siya ako mag-sing.
Ay,